Enjoy.
Do you need a quick and easy dinner that'll please the whole family without breaking the bank? Well, then come on down to Mr. Pizza, where the premium big box combo is back for a limited time only, just $9.99. That's right, folks. For just $9.99, yes, you can get a premium medium hand-tossed pizza with any topping, as well as a large drink, a side of pan-fried okra, and some dumplings. All for just $9.99. Pepperoni pizza, just $9.99. Hawaiian pizza, just $9.99. Any topping, just $9.99 at Mr. Pizza. Mr. Pizza, amuse your mouth. Offer available only at participating locations. Some restrictions may apply. Mr. Pizza is not liable for food poisoning resulting from undercooked okra.
Damn. God damn. I said god damn. I said god damn, it's slow tonight.
Oh, that's just you, man. I'm on like 120 so far.
That's bull.
No, broski. I got one of those massive ones from the hospital, and they tip like 25. And then I got a tenner from the dude way out in Terrace Farms, you know. And then I also got a tenner from this blonde girl on College Row who wanted me to join their party. I was like, no, dude, I'm married. But she was like all over me, I swear. And like she begged me to take the tenner, man. She begged me. Oh, please, sir, will you take the money? Sir, we'll order again. Sir, will you please be the one to deliver to us?
I don't believe you.
You should. It happened. She was super hot, too.
I'm sure. Bum me a cigarette, will you?
Damn, broski, ask nicely.
Shut up. Like, can I please bum a cigarette off of you, sir?
Kids be rude these days.
Lighter?
You want me to smoke it for you as well, huh?
Yeah, just blow it into me mouth to mouth. I want it.
Broski, you're crazy.
Says you. What are you listening to anyway? You always got those earbuds in.
I'm listening to a novel.
Oh, damn, you're a writer.
What, you thought I'm an idiot or something just because I work at Mr. Pizza, dude? I'm like a published novelist, dude. Like, I don't tell anyone here because I don't want to make them feel jealous, but I'm like low-key an acclaimed author.
Like you are.
I am, I swear. I just have to get it published.
Well, then you're not a published novelist. Like, you have to get it published to be a published novelist, you dimwit. Like, do you even have a manuscript that I could read?
Yeah, broski, I just gotta get it typed out.
The hell do you mean you gotta get it typed out?
As in, I have it all written out into notebooks, like, you know, those competition notebooks?
Composition.
What, whatever, those notebooks, yeah. I have like 15 books worth of those. And I guess, like, 27,000 words. And it's like all one story.
Well, you're never gonna get it published if it's that ass long.
No, you idiot. It's episodic. It's like gonna all be in like 5 books. Like each book is gonna be the length of like a Lord of the Rings book, like a thick book, right? And it's like a Lord of the Rings book in that it's all one big story, but each story has its own little arc. So I guess I'm like writing like a world or a universe or something. Yeah, I'm like writing a multiverse or a realm, and well, it's more like the 7 realms of Nordic folklore.
So
But
you're essentially just copying the Marvel multiverse then.
without all that superhero bullshit, though. Like this one is a lot darker and way more graphic, with like forbidden romance and with these wars between realms of like an epic scale, like millions of species warring against each other across multiple galaxies, and like the vast emptiness between universes, and part of it's going to be like space battles and space pirates.
I still can't tell the difference between yours and Marvel's.
And damn, bro, you're tough. Here's the sell, though. You know RPGs? Like, not like the rocket-propelled grenades, but like role-play games? Yeah? So there's this super popular book style these days called lit RPGs. And it's like essentially you make choices as you go along in the books. And it tells you to go to like page 78 to attack or page 65 to flee, or you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, I write those, and it's gonna be like 15 fucking books long, bro.
Yo, I thought you said 5 earlier.
Like 40,000 pages.
You said max like 27, bro.
No, dude, I said 40,000 at least.
And next time, it's gonna be 3 million. I call bullshit.
God damn, broski, let me smoke my cigarette. Damn, you're cold now. I gotta light it again. I'm telling you, man, it's like this big up and coming thing. Like you'll find them all over Amazon, and you can make hella bank off it. You gotta like me. Cheerios, mate. You ever read Goblin Domination?
Not sure I have.
You ever read Hellsing Ultimate? You
Uh,
ever read Attack on Titan?
yeah. Okay, yeah. I watched that as an anime, and then I
Yeah.
decided to read it
That's
after.
like soft mainstream shit.
Uh, what do you mean?
As in, like, you thought that was gory, right? With all, like, the giants eating humans and the flesh tearing part and all that. Yeah, that's, like, soft, innocent shit compared to Berserk. Like, Goblin Domination is ratchet, man. Like, there's a reason why it's not like a mainstream anime, dude. Like, it begins in the first episode with these goblins that sodomize these 2 young high school girls, but it's, like, implied.
Dude, is that what you meant when you said that forbidden love shit earlier? Because that's kind of fucked up, bro. No, that is quite fucked up.
No, dude, it's so much darker. I was just about
That's
to.
worse, isn't it?
No, dude, I was just about to. What?
Well, I mean, what kind of anime is called Goblin Domination? Like, I should have guessed as soon as you said the name.
No, broski, no, it's a play on words. Like global domination, but since it's about goblins, it's goblin domination. Get your damn mind out of the gutter, jeez. Anyway, obviously there's not going to be that type of messed up shit about sexual assault. No, I don't have to resort to disgusting moral controversy to write hardcore stuff. I just write in so much more detail and imagery, and it's like violent, but also like there's all this adulting where the Queen of Targnalia, who's one of the queens of the kingdom, by the way, right? Yeah, she essentially goes on this spree because she's trying to preserve the human species, and she's like beautiful, right?
Like Like so erotica, like sci-fi, kinky erotica.
Did I ever fucking say that she
You
fucked?
kind of did. Like you're writing hardcore stuff about adulting and some queen who was on what, some kind of spree, and then you got to go ahead and say she's beautiful. Like, why don't you just go ahead and give me all the kinky details? You're writing erotica, 100%.
No, dude, I wouldn't call it erotica. Look, you got 50 Shades of Grey, you got Game of Thrones, you got freaking every Hollywood movie in the 70s where there's just a bunch of fucking and a bunch of beautiful naked women sweating and shit, yeah? And the writing and all of that is just soft, man. It's just not profound. It doesn't have the poetic beauty or the deep crushing despair or the fact that the Queen of Targnalia has to just go through so much shit. You know, like she's forced to go through all these violent encounters and sex and all to preserve and reintroduce the people from her homeland. But she's also looking for her long-lost lover who she's lost in one of those intergalactic wars. So no, it's not erotica. It's more like hardcore sci-fi romance.
Yo, I am just uncomfortable when you say the word hardcore. It's like moist or damp or
Erection.
Heard that, you gross fuck. What the hell are you two talking about?
That's his fascination with erotica.
It's not erotica. It's more like hardcore love.
That's why it's so hard to believe that you have a wife.
Okay, we have some of the wildest sex. Some that are way beyond anything you've ever experienced yet.
Nah, I'd rather not think about that.
I've already heard too much.
Get your thick ass out of here. You gotta run.
Where to?
Route 5. It's Ben Griffin.
Broski, you want to take this one?
No, dude, it's Ben Griffin.
What's wrong with Ben Griffin?
He never
Is
tipped.
there something wrong? Yes, he
Never.
does tip.
Never
Yes,
tips.
he does.
Or liberals.
Oh.
Damn it. Fuck you both.
Fuck you,
Fuck
kindly.
you,
How doth the night, boy?
Don't quote Hamlet at me.
Macbeth. Wait. How the hell did you know?
Do I look stupid to you?
I don't know. Maybe sometimes.
Whatever. Give me a drag of that cigarette, will you? I'm stressed.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, we'll trade. You take a drag, and I take a hit of that vape.
It's Mike's anyway. Smoke yourself silly. Yeah, that thing is pretty strong, huh?
What's the nicotine content on that? Wow.
Like 12 to 15, I suppose.
Okay, damn, that's a lot. I thought he was trying to quit though.
Yeah, so I took it from him. I mean, it was kind of mine already to begin with.
Yeah, he's not taking it easy, huh?
He's never going to be able to actually do it. You feel a head rush yet?
Ah, wow.
You're cute. So I hear you're shitting where you sleep.
What do you mean?
You've never heard of that phrase. It's like fucking coworkers. Like, you don't want to fuck where you work. Like, you don't want to... Yeah, you get it. We all know, babe. How is she?
I mean, we're good friends. Like, it's nothing serious.
Oh, so you're down for more.
No, that's not what I,
Just messing with you, bro. God, you're so easy to fluster.
Boy, I hear you've been shitting where you sleep for far longer than me, if I may borrow your words.
What the hell are you on about?
You and Mike, dude. Ain't y'all still together?
Who told you that?
Oh, I don't know. Everyone? It's pretty obvious that there's something going on between y'all.
What do you mean?
The roses. Like, what kind of pizza store dude buys roses for his shift manager, dude?
Who says they're for me?
It literally fucking says Madeline. Like, who else calls you Madeline? Like, is it your birthday or something?
All right, yeah, we used to be.
Well, that much is clear. What happened?
Why the fuck should I tell you?
I don't know. Damn, I'm sorry.
He's a fucking cheat.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am, really.
Whatever.
So it's complicated.
No, it's not.
It's not, no.
We're not together. You know.
No, you're not together.
We're not.
You're not.
We didn't do anything.
What?
I just did homework there because he's got better Wi-Fi.
What, like last night?
Stop assuming you don't know shit.
I guess I don't. Sorry, mate.
Good.
What's up?
What's up?
I got a run coming up. You know where to? Shit, where'd he go? Do you know if I've got a run coming up? Ah.
Fuck you, pizza bitch!
Fuck you!
Dumplings.
Johnny?
Yeah.
Wings?
Yeah.
You know, at some point, you've got to stop giving him free shit all the time. You know, last week we were down 75. The will from above is gonna notice, dude. I mean, just last night we were down 93.
Well, I knew you liked dumplings, and Johnny wanted wings to bring for the chefs there, so he left some dumplings with us. Besides, I don't care if Will from above notices. He's never around. He's too busy counting his profits. And besides, we're doing better ever since he fired Harley and brought me back, so. Oh, there's also tempura fried okra on the counter out front if you want, although it's cold.
Soy sauce for the dumplings?
It's in the box already.
Roses. Like, seriously, dude?
It's not what you think, Madeline.
Don't call me Madeline. You know, I hate it when you call me Madeline.
It's your name. It sounds so much better than Mad.
I don't care. You don't get to call me Madeline. Not anymore. Definitely not after the roses.
No, dude, I got them because I know you're stressed. Goddamn, why you gotta assume that everything I do is like somehow me trying to win you back or something?
That's because that's exactly what you're doing. They're roses, Mike. They're not exactly geraniums.
Do you expect me to know the fucking symbols and like star signs of each flower or something, Mad? I got you flowers because I figured you'd appreciate them. Just be thankful, damn.
They're roses, Mike. Surely you've read enough fairy tales to know that roses are like the most cliched way to tell someone you love them. Like Beauty and the Beast, dude.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be.
I'm gonna kick your ass. And don't forget the drinks.
Yeah,
He's gonna forget the drinks.
I heard that.
I don't care.
Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Gaston. Song, na, 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 na.
I'm gonna go check his order before he drives off.
No, wait.
No, it's I can't handle the vape anyway. You gotta put it away. I'm gonna go.
How do you do it?
What?
How do you do it?
Do what?
How do you just keep doing this?
Keep doing what?
Like this. How do you manage to come to work every morning still smelling like pizza from the night before and just keep doing this? Just tossing pizza dough from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. and not want to just not do it anymore.
Of course I don't want to do it anymore. You think I enjoy making pizzas?
No, I'm not talking about the pizzas. Like, to not be. Like, be or not be. Or, you know. I just don't know how you can do it, Mike. I feel like I live here because I practically do, in this crusty shirt smelling like meat deluxe or Hawaiian extravaganza, and going home and doing homework, and I'm still driving that same shitty car that's been blowing smoke since February, and now mom won't let me live at home unless I pay rent because of that new guy who's just moved in, and
That's a lot to take in at once. Madeline.
it's just the roses. God, you're such an idiot. They were such a stupid idea. Like, the allergies, my eyes are all itchy now, I swear.
Allergies.
Bro, you know I got mad hay fever.
That's not.
Yes, it is, dude. It's the pollen allergy, and roses have pollen in them, dum-dum. Remember that last fall you tried to take me on a date to a corn maze? You said it was gonna be cute. My eyes were so fucking itchy. Like, I couldn't see out of my left eye. It was so swollen. And then your car battery ran out when we went to leave, so we had to get it freaking started up again. But you forgot the clamps, so we had to actually go through the maze to find a person to ask them for clamps. You've just got the stupidest ideas. They're just... I don't know how you're just that unlucky.
Yo, you looked like a frog, though, with your eyes just bugging huge.
Mike, I think I'm gonna drop out of school.
Madeline.
No, I'm serious this time. I can't pay for college anymore. In fact, my classes are currently on hold because I couldn't make the deadline for the tuition payment because I had to pay rent because I moved out, but you already knew that. It's the COVID thing. Mom lost her job and the unemployment bonus ran out, and besides, I wouldn't be able to pay for tuition anyway with it. And so the only way that I can pay tuition is by working more here, and then I can't keep up with classes, and I'm just never gonna make it to law school and pass the bar. I'm just gonna be here forever tossing pizzas like you.
Madeline.
I told you not to call me that.
Madeline.
I swear to God, I will.
How can I help you?
You can get rid of the fucking roses. All the allergies. Fuck.
Of course. Yes, the allergies.
They are, I swear.
The tuition. How much is it?
Like in total, or what I still
What
owe?
you owe them.
Why do you need to know that? Why should I tell you?
Just tell me.
No, why should I? You're gonna say something crazy, like offer to pay for my
I'm gonna pay the rest of that tuition.
No!
Let me. You have to stay in school, Mad. You're gonna be a lawyer, and you're gonna get rich, and you're gonna get out of here. So you have to stay in school. I'll pay the rest of your tuition, and then you can move in with me. You're always over already anyway.
No.
No, listen, Mad. It's not how you think it is.
The roses!
It's not what you think it is. Jesus, you think everything I do is like some attempt to win you back or something, but it's not. It's not this time. Okay? You have to stay in school.
That's ironic coming from you.
What the hell do you mean by that?
You quit yourself. Look at you. You're a 23-year-old college dropout making pizzas for a living until, who knows, you get a promotion into upper management?
I'm not.
Yes, you are, Michael. Face it.
I'm not. I'm taking classes, night classes, in business administration so that I can make it to where Ned is. I'm not going to be stuck here tossing pizzas because I'm going to be making money as I sleep.
Big dreams. It could still take years.
And you're exactly right with that. That's my fucking point, Madeline. It's so much harder for me to get out of here because I dropped out. You're right. I might be stuck here for years. You think I work here because I like to? You think I wrote in my job application that this is my dream job or something? It's Mr. Pizza, dude. But this is the only way for me to get out of here, by sticking through with this. And I hope I can get out. And I'm going to night school just so that I can have a little higher chance to get promoted. You think I want to go to night school? You think after finishing a 14-hour shift, I want to look at numbers until the sun comes up? There's shit you still don't know about me, Mad. You have to stay in school.
I'm gonna go.
You have to let me pay that tuition. I owe you this.
Here we go again.
After all of it, you still don't have to forgive me. And I won't try to win you back or anything, I swear. I won't be home most nights anyway. I usually stay in the office for the night school stuff, and you would save for rent and gas because I'd just drive us to work. What's up?
What's up?
I'm gonna go. It's 8,000, by the way.
What?
You asked how much I'm short. 8,000.
Huh.
Thank you, Mike.
How the hell did you get back before me? Weren't you all the way out in Route 5?
I don't know, maybe you got your own way after me, dum-dum.
Nah, dude, I left like right after you, I swear.
I didn't get tipped, remember, because someone didn't trade runs.
What, don't you put it on me like I'm obligated to you, you tyrant. Besides, you're still early.
Bro, when I got back, you were still in the car singing Lion King like on full blast.
Oh, shit, you can hear me?
Broski, everyone can hear you. The frickin' CVS across the street can hear you.
Yo, that's terrifying. Oh, damn, that's really embarrassing.
Yeah, dude, you should be embarrassed. You sound like a dying goat.
Oh, wait, like you could do any better.
Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me, do you? Okay, take this. I was an operatic baritone in high school.
Bullshit.
I was, I swear.
That's hard to believe it.
You ever heard of Luciano Pavarotti?
No.
Yeah?
Well, no, you haven't. He's an operatic baritone, the best ever.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Okay, yes, he was the best ever, but no, he's a tenor.
No, he was a baritone.
Listen to Nasun Dorma, dude. He's definitely a tenor.
No, he was a baritone.
Well, whatever. It doesn't mean you're a good singer.
Yo, Mike, who do you think's a better singer?
I mean, I've never heard you sing.
Yeah, but just like assume or something.
Okay, what the hell is that meant to mean?
You know.
Yeah, I do know.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You're a
Don't
bullshitter.
worry about
Dad.
it.
What the? You don't believe me, do you? Let's have a sing-off. Right here, right now.
No, dude, it's 1 in the morning. What the hell? You want to like wake everyone up?
You were the one singing in the car just then.
Hey, enough about that.
He really isn't that bad, Des.
Exactly.
No. This is an unfair trial. I have a right to a fair trial. I am pleading my fifth.
I'm pretty sure that's not the fifth.
Know your rights, boy.
You're not even from around here, though, are you?
Well, I'm born in Boston, dude. You racist. Where you from, anyway?
What the hell? Just because I look ambiguous, you think I don't know where I'm from?
Well, shit, Des. Where are you from, then?
Actually, yeah, I kind of want to know. You never said. Where do you come from, dude?
Bro, I honestly have, like, no idea. But, like, I look black, don't I? And my dad, like my biological father, yeah, his name was like Marshall something, which is like pretty black, don't you think?
Any
I don't
chance you're
think I
thinking of
know.
the Marshall Islands, dude?
No, Mike, no. Still, I'm not stupid. That was his name, Marshall something. Although you might be right about the fact that his last name might have started with an I. Anyway, I have a right to a fair trial. It's not fair until Mike's heard both of us sing.
Yo, but that's not fair if it's just you who sings, though, because then he'd have a fresher perspective on your singing.
Right. So we need to sing at the same time.
But how are we supposed to be heard if we're singing at the same time? Let's do like a duet.
That's kind of gay.
No, dude, what the hell? Like, Like in Les Mis with Jean Valjean and the cop dude.
Javert?
Damn, how'd you know I didn't know that?
Y'all think I'm an idiot.
No, we
Because you are.
don't.
Whatever. Yeah, let's do it. I've got YouTube open already. I'll search up the karaoke for it.
I'm gonna blow you out of the water, Javert.
Yo, guys,
You don't know who you're messing with.
I really don't feel like listening to y'all sing right now, nor do I ever,
See,
really.
because he knows you can't sing for shit.
No, you don't know who you're talking with.
Two.
Who
Who you're talking to.
What?
Bro, never mind.
Case in
You
point,
don't know who you're talking.
you are an idiot, Des.
Don't bully him, he's sensitive.
Territorial.
Only when he's cleaning, though, really.
Okay, that's just because I don't want to mop the floors again after you walk your dirty ass shoes all over the floors, you dummies.
So you're being lazy.
No, I'm being efficient.
But you don't even sweep properly.
What is that supposed to mean?
You don't get the corners.
No, I selectively choose which corners to sweep. It doesn't get dirty too quickly anyway, so I sweep corners in rotation to save time.
Case in point.
Broski, I taught you every trick in this book about this store.
Yeah, but I'd still kick your ass at singing.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Because did you know that I was almost cast as Jafar in the musical Aladdin on Broadway?
That's just bullshit.
Actually, no, I'm interested. Do tell.
All right. So here's the rundown. I've been singing all throughout my life, right? Since I was a kid, doing like the choirs and stuff, like in high school and all that. Anyway, so my music teacher, yeah, the choir dictator.
Right.
Close.
Do you want to hear the story or not, pals?
No, I'm interested. Keep going.
Are you sure? You're not gonna interrupt me? Because like when you interrupt me, it throws me off my game.
Shouldn't throw you off your game if it's a true story.
It is.
Yo, let's hear him tell it. I want to hear it.
Thank you. All right, so where were we?
So, you were almost Jafar from Aladdin on Broadway. You. Of all people.
Okay, so your extra remark at the end there was unnecessary. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I've been singing since I was a kid, right? And so anyway, when I was a senior in high school, my choir dictator, well, he knew some people, in the Big Apple, which is what the people in the biz say, the show business. Anyway, yeah, so he knew some people, and is there something wrong?
No, dude. You're perfect. No, I'm fascinated. Go on.
Fuck you. Seriously though.
No. Go ahead. So you sang in high school, and your choir director had connections in New York.
Yes. So my dictator, he thought I was good, right? He said I was something special. Like he told me he's never seen a freshman hit like a low D or something. I don't know, but it was like really low, like really low. Yeah. And I was a freshman. I was 14, dude. And I was hitting like the lowest notes. But like I could also hit the really high notes, like a high D or something.
So you could hit all the D's.
Yeah. So I could hit the low and the high D. It was supposed to be like really impressive. So no, wait, that wasn't funny.
That took you a while, didn't it?
He is an idiot. Case in point.
It wasn't funny, broski. I mean, besides, what does it matter? It could have been a C or a D flat or something. I don't remember the specifics. All I remember is that I had a big fucking range, okay? And so my dictator said that he rang up some... Holy shit, guys! Are you gonna let me finish?
Yeah. It's director.
What?
It's director, not dictator. When you say dictator, that's like Kim Jong-un, like a tyrant who rules over you. Like it kind of sounds like when you say it, it kind of sounds kinky, like they're dominating you or something.
Get your mind out of the damn gutter. Jeez. It's dictator because that's what the choir dictator does. He dictates the rhythm, like when you're going to sing and how loud and whatnot.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, darling. You finish.
God damn, I don't even want to tell the story anymore, y'all.
No.
You're on me like grammar Nazis. What I was getting to was that the choir dictator takes me to New York to audition for these guys. And so it's like the whole deal, dude. Like I went backstage and sang for these guys, and they really liked me, so that they called me back to sing for them like 5 times. Anyway, yeah, they said they wanted me, but as like a backup.
An understudy.
Yeah, an understudy. They wanted me as an understudy, but like I couldn't exactly just go to New York, because it's not like I've got enough money to just up and go, I told them 7 months, I could make enough money to get out there, but they say they couldn't wait, so yeah, I was 18.
When what happened?
When everything I just said happened, were you even listening?
What the hell kind of way to end a story was that? You can't just end a story with like that, Dad. It's like I was 18. Like it sounded like you were gonna start a whole new story.
I said when I was a senior in high school earlier, broski. You could have caught that if you were paying attention.
Yo, guys.
Y'all exhaust me. I'm smoking a cig.
Damn. You could have Broadway, man. You could have been a star.
Yo, fuckers. Someone's got to catch the ovens.
Ain't that what you're trying to be?
I wish. I mean, imagine if the genie from Aladdin was real, bro. I'm not sure what I wish for, but I think that would be one of them. To be a star.
What are the 3 rules again?
Well, no, you're only allowed 3 rules.
I know that, broski. What were the rules?
1, no wishing for money. 2, no wishing for love. 3, no wishing for more wishes. But like, I've never really been sure about what that means about. Like, does that mean we're allowed to wish to bring back the dead?
Well, if you love them, then maybe not.
I feel like that would break some laws of time or reality or something.
Yeah, create some kind of paradox.
Yeah. What would you do if you had $8,000?
Why 8,000 specifically?
Never mind. Just wondering.
I asked for your help 3 times, you dim-witted balloons, for you to catch the ovens, and none of you came, so now we've got a pizza on the floor. So will you kindly clean up the mess you made out of my pizza? My new Hawaiian deluxe pizza with extra pineapple. Honestly, that's not where it belongs, that thing. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. But yeah, go clean it up. And y'all got runs up. We're busy. Let's go, people!
Ooh,
What's
what's
up?
What's up?
Did you want me to answer that?
No.
Okay.
If you want pizza so fucking badly, order online. God damn, they literally tell you that when you call on the answering machine.
Who is it?
It must be drunk college students. Either that, or they're high, but if they were high, they would have given up after the first time.
What if it's that dude from Terrace Farms?
Who?
There's that dude way out in Terrace Farms. You know, the one that tips really well? Well, we found out that if you call his number, he gets really angry. Like the new kid Jay on Sundays, like went out and called and got attacked over the phone. So we called the number from the store, and sure enough, dude, call this number again, and I swear to God I will end you. I have a semi-automatic rifle, and I'm not afraid to use it.
But he tips really well.
Yeah, that's the strange part. Because we've all delivered to him in person, and like, he's a super chill dude.
But when you call him, he wants to shoot you.
That's the thing. We
What?
checked with him, and it was the right number. So like, who the fuck knows? Care for a cig?
I thought you didn't have any.
I don't. Rob always keeps a few cigs hidden in his office as backups for when he forgets them in his car.
What's up?
What's up?
He doesn't care?
Nah, he's chill.
Damn.
You know, I saw an elk out there once.
An elk?
Yeah, and with the antlers.
Yeah. Wait, where'd you see it again?
Terrace Farms. I was doing a run there at night, and right at the top of that hill, I usually like smoke a bowl and watch the stars. You know, it's like so dark out there, you can see the Milky Way. And anyway, I cut the engine and turned the lights off, and I'm sitting there outside under the moon, and this elk just walks onto the road like 20 feet away from me, I swear. And it just stands there under the moonlight, looking all magnificent and all, and it looks at me. And then it was gone.
Wow. You ever think that's your soul animal? The elk?
Yeah, I think so. I wonder what that means.
It means you're special. Like, you're out of place right now, but you have this hidden internal gracefulness and power. Like the elk. It doesn't belong this far south, but it's here anyway, and you saw it and it had a powerful effect on you.
That's incredible. My soul animal is an elk. That's so cool. What do you think your soul animal is?
I'm a swan.
That's dope.
I'm a baby swan. I'm still growing my wings, but as soon as I learn to fly, I'm gonna migrate out of here, soar above the world.
That's beautiful. Would that be your superpower, to fly?
Oh, yeah. Imagine being up in the sky and you can go in literally any direction you want and you can just fly over things. Get stuck in a hole, you can fly out of it. An ocean, you can fly right across it. The freedom. You can go anywhere.
I want the ability to control time. You know, like that Adam Sandler movie where he's got the remote that like controls time and you can just pause time or like reverse it or speed it up. Yeah, I want that.
Why would you want that for?
Well, shit, dude, it's like you have control over the entire fourth dimension. Like, you are the master of space-time. Like, fabric or whatever it is. Like, there's a reason why there's a whole Infinity Stone for time, you know? The one that Thanos takes from the bald lady from Doctor Strange.
So you just want to be Doctor Strange?
No. I don't know. I feel like if I could go back in time, I would, so I could tell myself to do better in school, or not hate my mom, or not smoke cigs and get fucked up and sad all the time. Or maybe I'd use it whenever I fuck up, like I could just hit pause and rewind, and then I'll try again.
Yeah, maybe you can use it every time you forget to bring the drinks on your runs.
It's a tactic, yo. Get more tips.
What kind of tactic involves fucking up an order and having to waste 30 minutes driving back just to bring the drinks? How do you even get tipped at all?
Charm and good looks, babe.
Now that's the superpower, dude. The ability to fuck up an order and still get tipped.
No, dude. You got it all wrong. You got to think outside the box. See, undeniably, the most powerful superpower is the ability to draw magic, dude. Broski, that's my crate. Get off my crate.
It's a fucking crate, dude.
I don't care. You know that it's my crate. I always sit on that crate. Get off my crate.
Did you call fives?
Call tens.
Rosa Parks.
Get off my crate.
Damn, dude.
Why do you do that?
Do what?
That?
This?
Yeah.
It's obvious. So my ass doesn't get gritted up.
Explain.
Do I have to explain everything to you?
Yes.
Yes.
You see this crate? It's a crate. It's got holes everywhere, and the plastic that holds it up is super sharp. So I put the cardboard on it so that the plastic won't dig into my ass when I'm sitting and make creases.
Is that really necessary?
Yes, it's uncomfortable.
Then sit on the floor.
The floor gets wet when it rains, you idiot.
Well, then don't sit outside while it's raining.
I can't control the weather, broski. I can't just tell the clouds not rain so I can smoke a cig.
Well, then don't smoke a cig while it's raining.
Are you gonna judge everything I do?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up?
What's up?
He's so diligent.
Dude.
Rob, dude.
Yeah, he's diligent. He has to be because you two are out here wasting company expenses. The two of you are a financial loss to the entire Mr. Pizza franchise.
No, we're not.
I'm not. He is.
Entertainers.
What is being an entertainer useful?
You are stepping way out of line.
Oh, yo, do we got runs?
Toss me a cig, will you?
I thought you quit.
I did.
Well, then why are you smoking?
I am the GM here. I could fire all y'all's asses if I so desired. Now give me a cig.
You still gotta smoke it. I'm not giving you another.
Well, fuck you then. Ugh. It's kind of gross.
We got runs, or
Nah.
then why are you here?
I'm bored.
Fair enough. So we were talking about superpowers.
No, please
And
don't start that.
Des claims that magic is the strongest superpower. Go.
Stop.
Well, how dare you mock the power of magic? If I had the power of magic, I would amaze you all.
Oh, what? You're gonna show us a 3 of spades? Ooh. Is this your card?
Ah! Yeah, wow, he's right every time.
Real magic, you goons.
What? I thought that was real magic.
It is. Ooh.
Shut up.
You guys have no idea what real magic is. Real magic is tricks or sleight of hand, which I will let you know that I am a master of sleight of hand tricks. I'll steal your watch right off your wrist.
That's just theft.
You guys have no idea what real magic is. Real magic draws upon the life forces of other realms and makes you practically invincible because there's an infinite number of other realms that you can draw upon, and each realm has like a different gravitational pull or different laws of gravity, which on Earth is, voila, magic.
But what if all I wanted to do is fly?
Well, you can't. It isn't physically possible to fly.
Okay, yeah, but what if?
No, dude, in order for you to fly, you need wings or arms big enough that they generate enough lift to get you off the ground. And even then, you'd need to have like super massive pectoral muscles that are strong enough to flap those wings with all the resistance that comes from the lift. So, no, you cannot physically fly.
Yeah, but what if I use my imagination?
No, that's cheating. You can't just use your imagination.
Well, in that same vein, isn't magic cheating?
No. I just said magic is drawing upon the life forces of other realms. It's not actually magic. It's actually science.
Well, okay, then let's use physics. What if Mad runs really fast? Like, really fast. Like, super speed.
First of all, it's hyperspeed. Second of all, nope. Wrong. You run at hyperspeed, you die almost instantly.
Why?
Are you serious? Why? Imagine moving that fast. The resistance from the air molecules would fry you like that. That's why asteroids burn up when they fall through the atmosphere, because they move so fast.
Well, then I won't run so fast. I'll jog at a really fast speed.
Nope. You're running really fast. Boom. There's a small rock that you didn't notice and you catch your toe. Boom. Your entire body is shattered into 1,000 pieces because you moved so fast that the impact is like getting hit by a truck. Boom. You're dead. Finito. Game over.
And you know this from?
It's a scientifically backed hypothesis.
And the science behind this comes from?
Well, guys, it comes from a show that I watch, which is highly based in reality.
Is?
The Flash.
So you're quoting The Flash as the evidence behind your so-called hypothesis.
Yes, it's heavily based in reality.
The Flash.
Yes.
Is based in reality. A dude in red tights running faster than the speed of light fighting baddies is based in reality.
That's what I've been saying, yes. Well, when you say it like that, you make me sound like I'm an idiot or something. No, he is a genetically modified superhero who was struck by lightning, which made the electron molecules move really fast in his head, you know? And the red suit is the only thing that prevents him from burning up because it's made of this fortified fabric, which doesn't chafe or burn from the friction that comes from running at hyperspeed. Every detail in that show is scientifically possible.
Electrons aren't molecules.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Are you a scientist or what?
I think you also kind of glossed over the fact that this man's just got struck by lightning. Lightning, dude. Fried like a mosquito to a lamp.
Yo, you ever seen that scene in A Bug's Life where Flick's in the city and he sees that mosquito beg his mate to look away from the lamp, but the mate can't look away and he flies into the lamp and dies?
Duncan, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Who are you?
Yo, have you seen... If you've ever seen Stan Lee's real-life superheroes, then there's an episode about this guy who's essentially electromagnetic. Like, he can conduct electricity.
Yeah, except when you say that he can conduct electricity, you make it sound like he's like a Sith Lord or something.
Unlimited power.
Turn on a light bulb with his forehead.
Yeah, except he's also magnetic, though.
Yeah, except that him being magnetic is just that spoons and shit just stick to his skin. Like, oh, you're missing a fork. Let me just like slide around the room and see if anything sticks.
He's like Magneto.
Yeah, if Magneto were a fucking fridge.
Y'all are fucking strange. What's wrong with wanting to fly? Hot damn, it's a superpower. It's fake.
Because your body isn't physically capable of flying. I told you. You need an entire new skeletal structure to accommodate the pectoral strength you need to flap.
But it's fake, dude. It's imaginary.
Not if you get a new skeletal structure.
And how do you suppose you'd get that?
Technology.
The technology still can't make a pizza.
Well, technically.
Fuck
Fuck
off.
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 Run up, Duncan.
Technology should definitely be able to deliver a pizza. Corporate's just stingy.
You bring out the worst in that kid. Sometimes he could just be so sassy and it only happens when you've infected him long enough. It's like the two of y'all together is just always a shit show.
Well, he is a fun kid to talk to, dearie.
But yo, it's like 3 a.m, dude. How do you have that energy?
What, you'd rather pass the time in silence?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just... I just don't know how y'all can just keep going on.
I'm not talking all the time. Most of the time I'm listening to my audiobooks.
Your erotica?
It's not erotica.
Oh, yeah.
You believe him over me?
Oh, any day.
I thought you didn't like him.
I never said that I said y'all talk too much.
Thought we were pals.
I never said we weren't.
Yeah, whatever, dearie.
Drama queen.
What?
Listen to your erotica, honey. Would you ever get a TikTok?
Why the hell would you ask me?
What about an OnlyFans?
Again, why would you ask me if I would get an OnlyFans? Everyone already thinks I'm perverted.
No, I mean, would you do it if you were a girl? I've heard some people say that you can make hella money even just showing your feet on OnlyFans.
I'm not a girl, though.
I know. I'm saying hypothetically, you dumbass. Hypothetically, if you were a girl, would you, sell your feet?
No, my feet are gross. You don't want to see them.
That's not what I'm saying, Des. I'm asking you if, in an alternate universe, you were a girl, would you webcam yourself to make money?
See, there's no guarantee that I would end up in an alternate universe that would have a TikTok or an OnlyFans, and even if it did, I can guarantee that there are differences in social etiquette.
Okay, let me rephrase. Ethically, do you think it's weird to sell pictures of your feet to make money? Or to sell nudes, or whatever?
No, do what you want. It's not my business.
So you think I could do it too?
No.
Isn't that hypocritical?
No,
Ow!
I don't want to see your feet.
That's not what I'm fucking saying, Des.
Shit, I don't know why you're asking me about all this.
Don't you get jealous?
Of who?
The people who get rich selling their feet?
No. Why should I be?
You don't think it's a cop-out?
How?
People getting rich just naked in front of a camera? Or selling pictures of their feet?
Does it have to be feet?
You're missing the point. We're out here every day, covering ourselves in pizza grease for shitty pay that can't even cover rent. Meanwhile, you got TikTokers and Instagram influencers flying all over the world and posting pictures of nice boats and hotel rooms and bougie clothes and shit. You don't think it's a little fucking unfair, don't you?
Those are Instagram influencers, though. They don't sell pictures of their feet.
Holy fuck, Des, it's not about the feet. It's about the fact that some naked chick is out there making our hourly wage in 5 minutes by stroking her pussy in front of some disgusting fat creep.
She can do whatever she wants, then why should I care? Good for her that she doesn't mind having old men jerking off to her or to her feet. If that's why she's selling them.
So then why can't I do it? Why can't I do that? Why can't I just quit right now and get rich showing my pussy online? And I bet your ass I'd make dank money with my body.
Again, what do you want me to tell you? If you want to do it, just do it. I couldn't care. It's your life. I just don't want to watch you myself.
I think it's fucking bullshit that we can't show our bodies for money. Like, if men can tell women that it's okay to just murder unborn babies, then why can't women take advantage of men and their creepiness is what I'm asking. I'm telling you, as soon as I get the bar, I'm going after your asses.
Broski, fucking do it if you want. I don't care. Leave me alone. Please. Jeez.
You don't wonder what you do with that money, though?
What?
I'm just saying, don't you ever wonder what you do with all that money?
What money?
You know, if you could get rich easy like that. Like, fly the world and party on a yacht and go to cocktail bars and shit.
Mad. I don't think selling pictures of your feet.
Not about the feet.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm saying. I don't think this whole TikTok or OnlyFans or whatever it is as easy as you think it is. I mean, how many people do you actually think live that kind of life? How much time do you got to spend in front of the camera touching yourself to make what, like maybe 10, maybe 20 grand more than us?
Because an extra 20 grand is near double what you're making.
And 20 grand still won't last long.
Yeah, but I'd be able to pay for school.
Yeah. You'd be able to pay for school. I just don't think it's of any use to be thinking about what I'd do if I was, say, rich or whatever. If I spent all my time wishing I had the money that some people have, I'd be pretty fucking miserable all the time. I just think that everything's unfair. Like, I do all this work for nothing, and there's people like Jeff Bezos who just roll around in their cash, and I get it. Yeah, I get it that some people can just click their fingers and boom, a plane or a Ferrari. But you gotta have seen some of the faces that these guys have when they come in.
Yeah, they don't see us as humans at all.
They are the ones who don't look human, man. They look so fucking miserable all the time. Like, they realized after they got all that money, well, shit. Now they realize they have to spend all their time counting their money and warring over the money they got. You see what I mean?
Your mind is tossing on the ocean.
What?
Merchant of Venice, Act 1, Scene 1.
Go to hell.
I suppose you're right. Maybe it actually sucks to be that rich.
But I'd sure as hell still take that 10 grand, though.
Oh, for sure. Oh, what's up?
Up.
What's
When
up?
am
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
What would you do if you had 10 grand to spare?
Shit, I don't know. I'd invest it, maybe?
Do you know how?
No. I think I took some kind of market class in middle school or something, but that's about it.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that then.
Fair enough. Maybe I'd start my acting career. You know, set aside some money so that I can focus on auditions and such.
What if you could spend it on whatever you want?
10 grand's a lot of money.
I'd pay for school.
You already said that.
So?
Well, besides, that's cheating.
How?
You said you spend it on whatever you want to spend it on, like, right? Like,
And
whatever you
that's
want.
what I want to spend it on.
No, fuck that. Like, you think some rich sorority girl it thinks, hey, I want to save up and pay for college. Nah, try again.
Well, shit. I gotta take a minute then.
I got one.
What's up?
I'd make a bookstore.
For your erotica?
Oh, fuck you.
It was right there.
Yeah, I'd start a bookstore. I'd rent a space and I'd fill it with all books that people donate. And I'd sell my first book there and I'll have like public readings.
Look, don't you need to type something to get your first book?
Well, yeah, I'd have to get a laptop too.
Why would you need to make a bookstore to sell your book?
The wife. She always wanted to run a bookstore. She says that she loves the smell of old books and just being surrounded by all the stories, you know?
She found the right man for that.
What's she do right now?
She's an accountant.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know if this is still cheating, but I rent my own place. Somewhere that's not here. In the city, somewhere. And it'll be on the top floor, looking out over the skyline, and every evening when the sun sets, I'll sit on the roof and get high and talk about the universe and destroying the patriarchy with other people like me who've also escaped to the city. Or maybe I'd get a new car. One with really good mileage and the boosted sound system that you can just jam out to. And I take it all the way to Cali, like in Goodwill Hunting. And I get out of here. I just really want to get out of here.
It's getting late. I'm gonna start on dishes.
They say that change is just a part of life. But here at Mr. Pizza, we believe that some of the best things in life don't change. That's why since 1987, Mr. Pizza has dedicated itself to doing one thing, perfecting the simple art of pizza making for you and yours. And that's why since 1987, we prided ourselves on using only the freshest ingredients, the best crust, the best cheese, the freshest grown tomatoes. And that's not something we plan on changing. So come on down to Mr. Pizza, where we know that sometimes the best things in life stay exactly as they are. Mr. Pizza is no longer affiliated with the National Labor Relations Board.
This is the hour of the working class. This is the fluorescent neon of gas station lights, of cigarette smoke that rises in a wisp to the stars, of a wet mop that polishes the grime and grease of industry floors. What you hear is silence. What you hear is the collective breath of the service industry worker. The Velcro of the company visor itches. The shirt, oppressively primary in its color, sticks to the skin, attached with sweat, grease, garlic oil. The feet sink heavy in the shoes. And yet the worker steps on. In this silence are the 1,000 dreams that wander the imagination and into the soul. Dreams which, like a stillborn child, will never live to see beyond the surface of reality. Dreams which fascinate the soul and tell her, and with these visions of white picket fences and Little League baseball games, they fascinate the soul and tell her, one day more, just one day more, and this will be yours. One day more. And under the flicker of the neon lights, the worker goes on.
Anyone want the rest of the dumplings?
I have a daughter. Her name is Abigail. That means father's joy. She's 13. She was born on February 18th, 2008. She's entering high school in September. She has my eyes. This is all I know about my daughter. She was given up for adoption when she was 6 months old. Let me tell you a story. It is a ghost story. This place wasn't always a Mr. Pizza. Once upon a time, this place was a bakery run by a young couple. He wanted to be a novelist. She loved the bakery, she loved him, and she didn't mind that he spent most nights writing. The store was small, local, an old bakery handed down to her from her father. The recipes inherited, the customers family. They sought no glamour. They were honest, simple folk who prided themselves on a good, soft loaf of bread. He would write dreams of faraway myths, magical epics of small-town America. She would listen, and she would bake. He would tell stories of the gunslingers in the West and the fabled archers in the East, and she would sit with a muffin and read. She would travel with him through his imagination, and she would bake. Sometimes they were better off. He would occasionally feature in a local magazine. Sometimes he'd win small competitions. $1,000 for an award in short fiction, $1,200 for the annual fantasy writing contest. Sometimes the store would sell well. Her apple pie would win a Thanksgiving award. Sometimes she would feature in the newspaper, her face beaming on the front page, the caption, "The best baker in the rural Northeast." The lines grew longer. She would get busier. He would sit by the counter with her face on the newspaper and beam to any customer who stayed to chat. And sometimes they were worse. He wouldn't feature anywhere. He would sit with his writer's block facing the wall, and sometimes the store wouldn't sell. She would sit by the counter facing the window. The silence would begin to grow. Still, the store would survive. He would write again. She would feature in the magazine again. They would continue to run the bakery, and the locals were still their loyal family.
You ready to go?
Can y'all finish up and clock yourselves?
Yeah.
Lights off, lock the front.
Yeah.
It was a little over 10 years ago. Maybe closer to 15. He was waiting to hear back from a publisher. His first official novel, Her Chocolate Almond Croissant, was just rated the best in New England. Maybe we want to have a child, they thought. So she was looking at cribs. The baby blue ones with the rocking frame, or maybe the pink. It was a daughter, they were told. The publisher was the first to go. "We're terribly sorry, but we can't accept any new submissions right now," he said. "We're just short on funds. No one wants to read novels anymore. We're terribly sorry." She read to him that night. Read aloud the tales of gunslingers and archers that would never make its way to print. The customers were next. One by one, they stopped showing to the bakery, stopped visiting for a coffee and a chat. Children stopped visiting for a cookie after school. "We're terribly sorry," they said. "We just can't afford it right now. You know how it is. We're terribly sorry." He stopped writing. He could feel that she was beginning to whittle, to wither. Soon she could no longer bake on her own. He began to inscribe her recipes. The recipes inherited deep within her memories. He would write. She would dictate. They would bake together. And one day, they stopped coming all together. They sat together by the counter in the dark, shelves empty, the cold wind entering through the open door. His hands calloused to hers delicate and fragile. A glass ornament. She had baked him a cake. Relax.
Don't inscribe this one. I want you to memorize this recipe, so that when you bake this cake, you will remember me. Sell the store. Use the money to start your career. One day when you are famous, you will make this cake and you will remember me. And you will return here, and I will be yours again. The store will be yours again. The world will be yours. Until then, go on. Right? Seize the world. You will come back, and I will be yours. Go on.
He found her the next morning behind the kitchen counter. The last droplets of her dwindled form had escaped, invited by the serrated bread knife still lodged in her wrist. Her blood stained into the floors of the bakery. Around here. He sold the store the week after to Mr. Pizza's, a chain pizza store, for little more than enough to escape the small town America which he so adored. No one knows if he ever came back.
Come on, old boy. Let's get you home.
Yes. Let's go.
We're gonna lock the front, Des. Good night.
Thank you all so much for coming. Yeah. Please do remain on the Zoom as we transition directly into the question and answer talkback period of the day with Kota, our writer and star, the cast, and myself as the director. If anyone has any questions, I also have the YouTube link up. I'll be fielding questions that come through that as well. So if anyone does have any questions that's currently on the Zoom for anyone involved, yeah.
What's the first thing we should probably talk about? Any questions, Director? Will from above?
Well, no questions so far. I will say this: we've gotten some feedback from the Zoom or the YouTube thing. I don't know, Kota. Why don't you talk about the process by which this was?
Yeah. So, sorry, it's kind of cold. I was given the opportunity, I guess, to work at Domino's Pizza in New Hampshire in June of last year, right during COVID. I worked right there. I worked there through December, and I initially started working just to get a little extra money, but very quickly realized that I wanted to write a story that was dedicated to my coworkers. These people are some of the most alive, passionate, ambitious characters that I have ever come across. They live moment to moment. The stakes are high. You know, a lot of them have some pretty turbulent backgrounds. But what was the most significant for me was that every single one of them was coming to work, and I wouldn't call it joy. You can't really find much joy in pizza grease. They just brought so much energy and commitment and enthusiasm. And so the writing process is interesting. I would show up to work with my notebook and give them little prompts. I made them aware that I was writing a play about them, and would ask them these really interesting, strange questions like, "Would you sell pictures of your feet?" And the dialogue that followed was eventually, in some form, dramatized and put into this play. Yeah, and the reason why I made it fictional, and was because it is just impossible to capture the full depth of a person's character in a fictional story, and it would be disrespectful to do so. So, yeah, we were very honored to have one of the actual coworkers watch yesterday, which is very, very wonderful and sweet. And they liked it, so thank God, right? It seems like we have a question in here.
We have a couple before we field the two that are in the group chat right now. There's been some questions about the sticky notes. I can field that one, but there was one that came through on YouTube first.
Sure.
Which is, what was the biggest discovery during the rehearsal process? So I feel like we would all have a different answer for that. Would everyone like to give their answer about what was the biggest discovery they made in the rehearsal process? Just picking a random person. Kevin, would you like to start?
Oh, good Lord. I got to think about it. The biggest discovery I don't know. In my experience with Zoom theater, there's always, you always have to sacrifice speed. And I think we found a way. I don't know. I felt like at times the show really clips. I think it really has a good pace. And that was kind of one of the biggest things for me. I mean, there were so many discoveries with this piece, but just in terms of like the nitty gritty for how the show actually works, I would say I was surprised by the pace that we were able to keep up. And I think that happens when actors like really listen to each other, which this cast certainly did.
Sorry, there was a question that
I
came
might
up.
want to give a special mention here. Actually, this entire cast, including the director and I, are from the National Theatre Institute's Summer Theatre Makers program from this past year. As a matter of fact, none of us have actually met in person, but we're a very close group, and I was super honored to be given the chance to work with these guys. Again, after the program, which we've continued to work quite frequently, actually. But yeah, it's a workshop production, so hopefully it'll be live in person, probably in the UK, which is where I'm currently at. But we will keep you updated.
We're getting a bunch of questions now. There's one that I want to address before we continue on. There was someone on the YouTube who asked about content warnings, and for that I'll actually issue an apology. That I don't think I ever verbalized one. I think I just wrote one out in the Zoom, so I apologize for not including one vocally for YouTube. That's on me. I'll take that one. But
pretty crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, someone else though. Brooke?
I can speak, yeah. I think one of the biggest discoveries I made was really, or something that I really tried to hone in on, was that, as Kota said, these people are real people, and just really telling the truth of their story instead of trying to play some kind of archetype or whatever. So really just being like, these are real people. We all have these real complex feelings, whatever. So really trying to bring the truth and do the story justice was something that I found and really tried to work on with this process.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was just trying to maintain a level of goofiness with Kota the whole time.
Hard for us.
Yeah, I think especially on Zoom, that's kind of hard because you really do have to like what's said. Really do have to be like listening to each other. But I said there were just so many moments in rehearsal where we would just go back and forth and crack each other up, and that was so much fun.
You do have wonderful banter.
Yeah.
I would say, speaking as the director, one thing I enjoyed discovering was finding like the little bits of the little moment to moment conflicts and climaxes of the play, because there's never really like a central conflict in any of it, but there's a lot of like internal conflicts that permeate the show that sort of come out, which I kind of liked, because I think, as anyone who's ever worked a service industry job will tell you, it's there never is like a night of revelations like there might be in a family drama. It's like boiling under the surface, which I really liked digging into with the cast.
Actually, going off of that, there was a question right in there that was talking about the inspiration for the last monologue, the story by our good friend Matthew here, Rob. I kind of knew from the beginning that there was going to be a monologue, which and it's quite a shift in tone, I think. But at the end of the day, yes, this is a comedy. Yes, I'm writing this because I wanted to really try to show the amount of humor and energy, I guess, that these guys have. But there's a certain point where you do have to recognize the reality, and to respect my coworkers, I did not. The backstory, I suppose, is fictionalized, but it was an attempt to show that some of these people, in fact, a majority of these people, have their own ghost stories, I suppose. And yeah, they still show up to work every day, and this is kind of a slice of life how they kind of act. But you know, the fact that service workers are real, living, very very alive people is so overlooked by pretty much everyone else, I think. And you experienced that pretty firsthand working there. So that was the inspiration. It was definitely not. That was the hardest thing for me to write because that was, I think, the part where I was like, oh, I have to write this entirely fictionally. Everything else, I was like, I can just kind of riff off of conversations, but that last part was difficult.
Yeah. We have two questions from the same person. The first of which I'll direct to you, Kota. Why all the okra mentions? Any special reason behind the okra mentions?
Here's a shout out actually. Okras. I mean, the obvious one is that there's one of our cast from this summer whose parents run an okra farm, pickled okra farm. It's wonderful. You know, a cute little shout out. But the other more immediate reason for me was that there was literally fried tempura okra that was just kind of like sitting on the counter back in the store for like over a week. And there was this guy Johnny who would come in like twice a week with sushi and tempura, and we'd trade for wings, and we all kind of knew that was a loss to the franchise, but at the same time, none of us really cared. So it was both a very literal and a literal inclusion and a shout out, I suppose. Yeah.
I would just like to point out that I enjoy okra very much, and I'm glad that was in there. There's another question. What was the inspiration from the sticky notes? Well, I'll tell you, the sticky notes were not originally explicitly in the script. Kota, you'll remember this. There was one day where I texted you, and I said, how would you feel about singing opera covered entirely in sticky notes? And you said yes. And the reasoning behind that is that I wanted there to be a little absurdist thing that goes on throughout this play. And there were a lot of ideas that got rejected for that. A lot of stuff that would have been impractical and quite frankly ugly over Zoom. But that one kind of stuck because this is a play about assumptions and stories and legacies. And I liked the idea that basically throughout this, no one is ever sure if Desmond is telling the truth about anything that he says or not. So the idea was that eventually Desmond would more or less become the sum total of other people's assumptions about him. And that's why that was. We have more notifications in the chat.
Probably should be to respect our viewers, audience, internet folk, for their time. We could take like 4 more questions, maybe, Max. You think?
We only have a few more. One of them is the question: is Duncan single?
Who the asked that?
I think it's someone.
I think from the script, it would seem that Duncan has several people. I can only speak for Duncan in the script. I can't speak for myself.
Duncan in the script was maybe not. Yeah, but I guess that's for you to find out.
It's a good question. Oh, someone called the person out. We have another question. It's a good question. which is, have you thought about doing a series with more monologues, one for each co-protagonist?
Yeah, I have wondered about that. As I was writing the playbill bio, actually, I was like, wait, I don't have to limit it to one play. Like, why can't I just go back and do like write a few more, or even just write. I mean, it doesn't have to be that Dominoes, but it can be. Um, well, now I'm gonna go into a little bit of nerdiness, but I'm a big fan of these two playwrights called August Wilson and Dominique Morisseau. And these two they're both black playwrights, and they're really famous for doing these things called their own versions of cycle plays, which is they would go to a specific location and write maybe 4 or 5 plays. August Wilson did one where he spent like a decade writing. He was capturing the life in Chicago or Detroit, no, Chicago, for like a decade. Dominique Morisseau did one in Detroit, but also did another one in Louisiana. And I have thought about that. I'm like, it would be interesting to write a series where each person gets their own little story. Unfortunately, I don't think this is translatable into film, but because it's just so dialogue heavy and nothing really actually happens. But yeah, that's definitely a consideration.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any more questions for the cast or crew? Okay. I'm checking the YouTube. There is one more question, which is from Dan. How do you know Johnny? I think that's a very specific question.
Oh. Hi, Dan. So Johnny. He's asking. This is a very pointed question. This man Dan is my brother-in-law.
Okay.
And just so happens that he and Johnny are both Korean in a very, very, very small town, where Johnny is like the guy you go to when you want sushi. And I guess it's through Dan, because my 21st birthday, Dan took me out to the sushi place that Johnny works at, and Johnny treated me to sushi and alcohol. And then we realized later that Johnny actually is a really big fan of Dominoes, and yeah, through that I was like, why not include him? I mean, he's a big part of the Dominoes experience, you know. So,
we have another question that just came through. Why give Desmond the title?
Why give Desmond the title? Yeah. My big discovery in the rehearsal process was actually that Matt is the protagonist. The goal here was to try to write it so that each character was like as a fully ensemble-based piece, where there wasn't one specific protagonist you can cling on to. I named it Desmond initially because that was who I was closest to when I worked there. But also, Desmond, the character of Desmond, the real person of Desmond, is the person who has been working there for the longest. And I've always felt as though he has been the most trapped. Doesn't express it, but man, this goes into a lot of detail. But the monologue is supposed to tell the story not only of Rob but also of Desmond. And which is fictionalized, but it's also supposed to suggest that Desmond is potentially the one who is the writer, who has come back to try to find his wife, and it starts and ends with Desmond, and the reason why Desmond sings that piece at the end. The Nessun Dorma is a famous classical tenor aria, which I'm a baritone, so it doesn't work that way. But it's a tenor aria that talks about this man who gets the opportunity to marry a princess if the can't find his name. The whole point is that he is an anonymous hero of sorts. And I wanted to give that to Desmond, you know, a little gift that he is a bit of an anonymous hero. And the other more obvious thing for me was that if Desmond says that he can sing and can actually sing, is he lying about everything else? Like, is he also telling the truth about everything else? The real character of Desmond was equally enigmatic in that sometimes he would show moments that he's actually telling the truth. And these aren't just bullshit stories. Maybe he actually lived this life. So I wanted that suggestion to be there as well, you know? And also because I love absurdist theater. Matthew.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in on that. We had this discussion during the rehearsal about why it was called Desmond. And something that I kind of found was that definitely Mad feels like the protagonist just because she has like the clearest desire and want. But that Desmond definitely like feels like the character stand-in for the world, like for the reality of the play. And there's a lot of discussion throughout the play, and especially in the stage directions. Stage directions are gorgeous unto themselves, but there's a lot of mention in the stage directions about, you know, sitting in imagination and like wafting through imagination. And every time I read that, I just read it as wafting through Desmond's imagination. So yeah, just to piggyback off of what you're saying.
Actually, if seeing as this is just a workshop production, if you really want to read the stage directions and whatnot, I am totally happy to send you the script. So yeah, if you'd like it, please just hit us up.
Kota, that's a good segue into what I think will be our last question. How do you think you'll go about adapting this for an in-person stage when the time comes?
Oof. One of the first stage directions is a minimalistic set. And the other major stage direction at the beginning is that Rob is actually on stage almost the entire time. He goes on and off like constantly, which is very, very much like the actual character Rob, who is literally the hardest working guy at the store but would never talk because he was constantly sweating. So yeah, I think I would play with a lot of people staying on stage, but regarding adaptation into live person theater, I personally, as a playwright, am someone who I don't like to get too specific and controlling over how the live show would work. I feel like my job is to tell the story, or to write the story, and then from there on, it's the director's baby. I don't want to interfere. I want what I'm hoping for is for the director and the cast to really start to understand this play and give it honestly. And as long as that happens, which I think it did happen this time, it's, you know, I'm just really happy to go along with the ride. And the only thing is that I hope to be cast in it because I did write myself in. not as Desmond, but I did write myself in. So,
Kota, I'll compliment you too for a minute, and I'll say like, you definitely did do a very good job of like making that space and that distinction between playwright and actor, and when we needed you to put on the playwriting hat, you were definitely there and you were great for dramaturgical stuff. But like, I definitely felt like this was a really smooth transition. Like there was always like a really clear objective. Everyone was working for the same goal, and there was never a point where I felt like anyone was locking horns with anyone. So I'll compliment you all on that. You made this. I'll say this. This was the first thing I ever directed. So you all have made this a dream for me. And And Kona, I believe this will be staged in person one day.
Probably in June, actually.
Good. I hope for it.
The earliest stage directions that even before the character descriptions in the script, the first stage directions are every time a character enters a stage, they are to hand sanitize, and every time they go off, they are to hand sanitize. And it's meant to be done as though it has happened for eternity. So yeah, I didn't want to make it a COVID play, but I was like, well, that was the reality in my workplace. We had to hand sanitize every time we did anything. So like, that fit right in, to be honest. So it should work. It should work, hopefully, even with masks, I think. Minus the smoking. There was a lot of smoking.
Which, fun Easter egg. Brooke Hall vaped a flash drive in this. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Friends, thank you so much for watching this encore presentation of Desmond. To those of you who... Oh, how many gigabytes on that flash drive, though, Brooke?
I think 8.
8 gigabytes. All right. Ooh. Yeah. Well, thank you all for coming to this encore presentation of Desmond. Thank you to those of you who participated in the question and answer talkback. This has been such a pleasure. And we will see you all around.
thank you so much. Thank you.